Hi guys.
Hi everyone.
Welcome back to another episode of Millennial Conversations. This is actually our 10th episode.
Yeah.
So,
We are doing good.
so today we are tackling something really interesting and really intriguing. Gray areas.
Gray
or intriguing
areas.
questions.
Yeah. Difficult questions in relationships.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing today.
Okay, the first one is, do you believe in soulmates or the one? Like, do you think you only fall in love with one person in your life? Or
No.
can you have more than one?
No. First of all, life is not an Alejandro movie. So I think that if you box yourself into this whole notion of the one or having one soulmate, then I mean this would be a very lonely world, because people who, let's say, have been widowed or people who've lost loved ones, like, they wouldn't be able to find love again. I think what usually happens is that love is a choice. So you choose the one. Like, when you get married, you choose this person to be your one. But it doesn't mean that when now something happens and it appears that maybe down the road you guys don't, it doesn't work, that now actually you had chosen this person to be the one, and now that's it. Like, that your love life ends there.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't believe in the concept of the one. Yeah.
Okay, I partly agree, because I think soulmates are not just romantic. I think soulmates can also be, you can find a soulmate in a friend. And also I think people love differently. Like, I can love my partner the way I love them, and maybe I love the way, the example you've given, like, let's say they pass on unfortunately, and you have to move on and you have to love someone else and be married to someone else. I think it's possible, but then also that love would be different. But if it's soulmates, yes, I agree, you can't have just one
Yeah.
soulmate.
Yeah.
It's true, but also soulmates are not just romantic. That's my view.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think you can
yeah.
have
I
a
think-
soulmate, like a
Yeah.
romantic one. You can have
Yeah.
a soulmate in a friend.
Yeah. But it's not, it's not the one.
Yeah, like it's not just one person
Yeah,
who
or
you're,
like that's your one soulmate
Yeah.
in life.
yeah. Do
Yeah.
you believe in marrying for love or marrying for I don't know, other reasons, in terms of compatibility or companionship or continuing your generation, those other reasons?
The latter. Now that I'm older, I think that it's good to have love in
Yeah.
marriage. I think you should have love in marriage. But I think that marriage encompasses so many other things. And I think it's important to like the person that you marry.
Yeah.
Why I say this is because we've just said that for me, loving a person is a choice, right? Fine. So you can choose to love or not love them. Yeah. But when it comes to liking a person, this encompasses, like, first of all, just who they, like, their personality. Like, do I like spending time
Yeah.
with Salma? Do I like how Salma speaks? Do I like how she thinks? Do I like the things she does, how she reacts? And now that brings all these other things for compatibility and interest and all these things. Like, I think they play a higher role
Than
love.
just love. But would you love someone you don't like? Can you love someone you don't like? I mean, by the time you're loving that
I think
person,
you can. Like, even in the sense of like family, for instance, right? We always say that. I mean, you don't choose the family. And no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're family members. That I'm just saying that you'll find situations where you don't necessarily gel with a cousin, right? But you love them because it's family. Like,
yeah, but then that's in a situation where you don't have a choice. But you see, where you're with a partner, you have a choice. You've chosen that partner. By the time you love that partner, doesn't it mean that you liked them first? Or do you think it's just possible you can love
I
them
don't-
without liking them?
that's the what do you, I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
a hard one. Even me, I
I
don't
don't
know. As
know.
I'm asking, I don't know.
I don't know. Guys, what do you think? Can you
Yeah, that's a
can
hard
you
one.
can you not love?
Can you love someone
a person you
without
don't like?
liking them? Yeah.
I don't know. The only way I can think about that one is like really in the religious sense of love, like the love that Jesus had for us.
Fair.
No, I
fair.
think yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm getting what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, can you choose to love a person you don't like? Guys, let us know.
Yeah, what you think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think for me, yeah, it's different now compared to when I was younger. And the benefit of growing up, wisdom. It's called wisdom. When I was younger, yeah, it's true. I really did believe that love was the cornerstone of being with a person for life. Yeah. We're having a conversation with somebody that I was in a relationship, and they would tell me, would you want somebody who is your kryptonite or your superman? Your kryptonite is a person who, like, that love is that hot love, you know, like it's, you need it, you can't live without it, you breathe with it, yeah, you know. And then a superman is that slow burning fire, if I can call it like that. Then for me, love had to be kryptonite. It had to be sparks or it's nothing. But now I feel like it should be a slow burning fire. It sometimes you might not like that person, but because you love them and because you have that friendship with them, then it takes you through those moments when you don't like them so much.
That's very interesting. You mentioned the kryptonite Superman contrasting, because I remember we were having a conversation last weekend with some people, and we are talking about how sometimes some people who are in relationships really love drama, and
they have to shake things up.
and it's actually just how you phrase it. Like, that's like love that is just like suffocating you, and you want it to be complicated.
Yes, you want it to be all consuming, otherwise you don't feel it.
And I really remember, like, we were talking about it, and people were actually saying, like, no, like, as you grow older, you want the boring, typical kind of love. Like, you do not want drama. So it's interesting. But for me, I tend to navigate now towards love and friendship.
Yeah.
You know, that interplay, not what you see on TV, not the whole talking the whole night, and that's
the thing. That is now what I'm calling the slow burning fire. Like, it's not sparks, but it carries you through, you know, and that's how it will be in life.
And you have a friend in someone.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have someone who, just your friend. I think that's what.
And a life partner.
Yeah.
Okay, I think at least we agree on that one. Would you take your significant other's name upon marriage? This is something I really think about. I don't know, to be honest. That's my answer. That's my short answer. I really don't know. I feel like my name rhymes so well. What?
That's your reason. I was waiting for
reason.
like
No, my name rhymes so well. And then imagine I go and get another name that's so bland that now I have to take up. And then it's now part of my identity.
I don't know. There's a time, I remember it was, I think, a year or two ago, I was having a debate about this with someone. And then they were saying that for them, for them taking another man's name, they look at it from like a feminist perspective. And that's why they just don't believe in it. And they kept on asking, like, why then doesn't the guy take my name? And I mean, it got to a point where I couldn't even argue him. I was like, I don't know. For me, I wouldn't be opposed to taking my person's name, personally. I do see, from a traditional perspective, the beauty in it. But I also see the beauty in the modern way. I've seen women do they keep their last name and then they hyphenate. I've also seen that happen.
But what if it was a powerful name? What if it was a powerful name? Would you still hold the same views? Would you still be...
Now, his name is powerful.
Yes, and it comes with status and power.
I think it really goes down to, for the two of you, why is it important that you take his name? I've never thought about it in the sense of whether it's a powerful name or not. Why I say this is because then the circumstances would have to dictate. If I do take that powerful name and it starts to affect my career or my profession, like how I'm introducing myself now becomes a factor, then of course I'd have to now consider taking this name.
No, but I mean in the sense that it's advantageous.
Or if it's advantageous, why not? What's the problem?
Yeah, you see, I mean, the circumstances...
I don't I'm not seeing the issue.
But you see, the thing is, I guess the point of this video is to show that we don't have answers.
We really don't. You
And-
now you would start thinking at oh, is this supposed to be like a moral thing I'm supposed to think about?
I mean, no,
Because
it's just
for me, I would take the name whether you are called X, that's not so powerful, or whether you're called Y, that's very, like either way I would take it.
Yeah, but I want to know whether you would put more thought. You see, the way you're thinking about it, like, do I hyphenate or I wouldn't have a problem? But if it was a powerful name, whether you would just go for it because, you know, it will give you some advantages one way or another.
You would.
I don't know.
Ah,
Because me, the only
give us your
reason...
views.
Okay, let me say this. I like my name.
You like how your name rhymes.
And I like how my name rhymes and
Yes,
sounds. And I
yes.
feel it's really part of my identity.
yes.
To change it means that I sort of take another identity, which will be tied to this man. Do you
But
understand?
You're married to him.
I'm married to him.
Yeah.
Yes, but now it will mean like I'm no longer this individual person. My identity is attached to this man, which, if you're married, we are now one unit, I guess. Like it shouldn't.
Yeah,
really
that's the point. Like
be
you're
an
now
issue.
one.
And
One
for me,
household.
yeah, but I think it will depend on which name it is, what kind of a name it is.
Hey, significant other.
Maybe I'm really trivializing it, and I need to discuss more with the person who I would be married to, or think about it more. But the thing is, it doesn't negate the fact that we are married.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's an ego thing if you think about it. Really, it's like
But
this
on whose part?
on their part. It's like you are married to me, therefore you should
But
take
also,
my name.
no. But
Yes.
also, some women gladly take the name,
And that's
Like
okay.
you'd want to be called Mrs. You
And
know.
that's okay. But you see,
Yeah.
that's their choice. I
Yeah,
don't want it
as
to
long
be.
as you're, oh, you
Yeah,
don't-
so
you
if
don't-
it's
you
my
want to
choice to
have the
keep mine,
choice.
let
Okay.
me keep it.
Okay.
Let me not have to take it because you like it or you want me to take it. Because it doesn't affect our legal status at all as a married couple.
Significant other. I'll give you a manual.
Would you date someone with whom you have a very large age difference?
What is large? Please.
Actually,
Can you define large?
5 years, 10 years,
Yeah, 5 I would.
5 you would. Yeah, 5 I also
5 I
would.
would.
10.
Yeah.
Has your opinion changed? Because
Oh,
now,
as I've grown older.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely.
when you are in uni, would you?
No. You see, also in uni, my world was sort of like close to uni life. You
Yeah.
get, so you're also interacting with a lot of people from like your class, people you're going out with. So chances are you'll date in that circle.
Yeah.
But now when you're out of uni, you start working, right? And you start meeting like different people. And I think that you start looking for more of
Their
character sort
qualities,
of
yeah,
qualities.
yeah.
And I think that's why then, yeah, like with the age thing, if I see that he possesses all the qualities, then yeah, I wouldn't see a problem. But at the same time, how far is large?
I think
Yeah,
10
as in
years,
how far are we
more
going
than
with
10
that?
years,
I think that if I'm in my 20s and I date someone in their 30s, that's
no
fine.
problem. Yeah.
I really think that that's okay. I also do, by the way, think that even for people who are in their 20s and date people in their 40s, and I know what I'm about to say is going to spark a lot of judgment, I think we are too quick to also judge such people, right? Like I understand the whole sponyo, or when you see someone in a nice restaurant, you see a Kayanka girl with this old man, we are very quick to be like sponsor, money. I get all that, and it's true. That's the society we live in today. But let's also not negate the fact that you could fall in
Yeah.
love with someone older than you.
Yeah, it's very possible. And also there are benefits to it. I mean, now I think being in my late 20s. Am I in my late 20s?
Yes.
I'm not in my late 20s.
You are.
I'm in my mid 20s.
friend.
I mean, I think now, I think it's very acceptable. And also it's like the older you grow, the smaller the gap. In as much as literally there is a gap, the smaller it seems.
Yeah.
Compared to if I was 19 and I
Yeah.
was dating someone who was much older. I mean, the gap is so loud.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But also I think there's a benefit in being with somebody who is older, mature.
Mature. Also because we mature faster as women.
That's what they say. Do we really?
We do.
Do we really? I think it's a societal thing. I think it's the fact that as women, we are made to have more responsibilities from the time we are young. So it's like we are made to grow up faster. So it's a mentality which we have.
No, but men also have this I mean, men similarly are taught, especially in African culture, that they should take care of the family, they should go outside and work. They have also those, you see, for us, if you're talking about like how we are raised and what we are taught, our responsibilities are take care of your younger sister, be able to cook, you know, be able to be in the house, be able to make tea, those kind of things. But in the same vein, even men have responsibilities.
They do,
But you'll find that a guy who still has those responsibilities, maybe like, and I always say this age gap for 25, I think until 33 later, vanish.
Why?
They're still finding themselves.
Who? Men.
Yes.
That's
That
exactly what I'm
age
saying.
bracket.
But for
And I'm not
women,
saying they can't date.
no, but I'm
that.
saying for women, we don't hold the same standard. For women, we say, baby, between 25 and 33, you should figure out your life. Make sure you have a partner. At 30, you're not married, you don't have a prospect. Do you see? That's the difference.
But you see, my point is, because you see, you're saying that it's because women have more responsibility.
Not more responsibilities, but I mean, it's inculcated in us. From when we are younger, we need to know how to cook, we need to know how
But
to
I'm saying
clean.
even men
Not
are taught
necessarily,
things.
because they are taught things, yes, but they're not held to a certain level of accountability like that.
Men?
Yes. For instance, even right now, a man in his mid-30s, if he does something stupid, what will they say? Boys will always be boys. We always try to like make
Dumb it down.
Dumb it down, exactly. Like, yes, it's true, you know, they are being encouraged to be masculine and to take care of their families, but then society always dumbs it down for them. But for us, our society is always expecting us to be up and up. You get what I'm trying to say?
I'm getting what you're trying to say, but I agree with it to some extent, only because I know of certain instances where that happens, where the men are sort of like shielded or they're given a pat on the back.
Yeah,
You're talking about
yeah.
situations like where if a guy goes out today and he's, you know, he's on social media and he's partying, everyone will be like, hey, and say like good work, you know, like live your life, yeah?
Yeah.
But if a babe, of course, is on
Do
social
the
media
same
and
thing,
you know,
yeah.
is falling on a ditch or something, like it will be this scandal, like did you see what she was doing?
Precisely.
All
yeah.
that I'm understanding, but I'm still fine. There's that where men are usually, you know, like they get away with a lot of things. But I still think that responsibility, they do have it. It's not that they don't have it, and they are taught from a tender age in our African culture on taking care of the family. It's actually, that's actually why I'm saying at that age between, I can even go from 25 to even 38, for them, their minds are tuned to thinking about now how to make money.
Yeah,
As in, you get what I mean? As in, and now for us, our minds are tuned into building a family. And that's why for them, it's easy for them to still be in that phase of partying or whatever, because while they're partying, their minds are still tuned into money making. And for them, it's like, I don't want to settle down until I'm able to provide for my family, etc. That's what I mean. But for us, we mature faster in the sense of settling down because that's what we've been raised to do primarily.
Yeah,
before our
but that's what
careers.
I'm saying. We don't have, okay, we are really digressing, but this is my last point on this. That's what I'm saying. We don't have the luxury of partying. Because you see, when we do, it's called a whole phase. Do you get? We don't have that luxury of just being, we are being told, your time is running out, you're 30, your eggs are drying up, you need to start having children. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, anyway. We've gone too far. We've gone too far.
Difference.
Yeah, age difference. Yeah, you guys tell us also what you think, like whether you would date somebody who is, let me say it 10 years, 10 years or more. Because 5, I
10
think.
to 20.
10 to 20.
Make it interesting. 10
Yeah,
to 20.
10 to 20.
And also, the reverse. We want to hear from the men. Like, the guy is in his 20s and then he's dating a 40-year-old woman.
That should be interesting. Please tell us. What should you do if you found out that you were dating a relative? And by the way, let me give it more context. This is something I actually saw on social media where it was a couple that posted on TikTok. They had been married for over 10 years and then just found out that they were relatives. And first cousins, even if I'm not wrong.
That now even makes it harder. Okay, let me answer the first one.
Okay.
Like, just dating someone who's
Okay.
like a relative is a no. It's a no.
No, but not that you find out after the fact. Like you've been dating.
It's a no.
Okay.
As in, the relationship is done. I don't even have an explanation
So
for that.
you end it then, like it's over.
Yeah.
Okay.
The marriage one. you know, I place a lot of importance on the institution of marriage. It
Sounds like
no,
an essay
like I'm about to,
introduction.
No, as in, it's very hard for me to arrive at a conclusion where a marriage should end. And that's why there are gray areas that I'm still wrapping my head around, just because of the premise I placed on it. I think if you're married to someone and after 10 years, you realize that you people are first cousins, do they have kids?
No, this ones didn't have kids.
They didn't have kids.
No.
Just go for therapy.
And
The therapist will help you.
but to see, I think therapy is supposed to guide you
They
to a
will guide you.
decision. So what is the decision?
I'm not a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist. Abi,
To be honest,
I don't know.
I also wouldn't know what to do, because it's like, what do? You end it? Do you start
Yeah,
again?
like,
Do you, or you
10
just
years.
continue and ignore? You don't know that information. Like, what do you
And
do?
you see, my thing is, that's why you see, for the dating, you can't walk away. It might be difficult, whether it's 5 whatever years, but the moment you know you stood before God and you said vows and you made a promise to each other, therapy, and prayer.
I have no answer to that one. So clearly, you can see this video is a video about questions to which we have no answers.
But it's really good because we do
Yeah.
want to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Because we also realize there's a lot we don't.
Yeah, it's not as simple as it looks
Yeah.
sometimes. It's
Yeah.
so hard. Would you date someone who, or marry, I don't know, this question goes for both ways, somebody who has different or divergent principles than you? Like
when you
life
say-
principles, like fundamental principles. It could be money, it could be how to raise children, it could be religion, it could be what else? Yeah, lifestyle. Just that you just have divergent fundamental principles.
So I think when you now the examples you've given, like how you've said raising children, religion, no, I would not marry such a person. I think that when you marry a person, you should be of common mind, especially for the kids.
But if
Especially
you're not
for the
planning
kids.
to have children,
Also, you're going to build, you see, when you marry, man and woman come together as one, right? And you're building a home together. So if you have, like, let's say, different views about money, for instance, and you know that your person is a spender and you're a saver, you'll always be fighting. As in, it's inevitable.
but
Like,
you can always come to a compromise.
that's now different, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that at the it's a showstopper where, like, if you can discuss and figure it out, that's fine. If you can discuss and then you meet each other halfway, that's okay. But some fundamental issues you can't meet each other. Like for now,
Yeah, like the ones
religion
you can't,
or
yeah.
principles, like how we're going to raise my kids. There's some things I mean, maybe it comes from how I've been raised. So maybe I believe that, you know, my kids should, I don't know, learn A, B, C, D at a tender age. You believe that the kids should learn E, F, G. Or maybe you're just liberal about it. Like maybe you don't care. You see, now for them to have a stable foundation, in my view, we should be of common mind. And I'm not saying at the moment someone tells me this is his view and this is my view, it's other. Of course, you talk about these things and you try and see if
Where
you can meet each other.
yeah,
It's just that the
halfway.
things with values and principles, sometimes they are so deep that you hear people say it's irreconcilable differences. Like you can't change it because this is my value, this is my value system. If I don't agree with that, I can't sit and say love is going to bring us together.
But again, which brings me back to my earlier question: would you love somebody who you do not even like their value system?
I've left it for the
For the
but
therapist.
it's true. Yeah, that's how I was like.
Oh, for
Maybe
the-
actually I wouldn't, because it's like when I see like that the values. You see, I usually think that when you're maybe choosing your partner or whatever, you think of your future. So then you think, is this somebody who can raise my kids? Is this someone who, even if we were to break up, you would still be the best father or mother to my children, because those kids are not going anywhere. The moment they come, these
They
are
are
your
here to
kids.
stay,
So you
yeah.
see, you don't want someone who at maybe he's just good for me now, and we are trying to like fit into this structure where you're agreeing to my values just for the sake, and then down the road it's no.
Yeah.
So for me,
But then also, haven't you seen scenarios where you find people who have grown up with parents who are different?
yeah.
Like parents who have different values, but then they've grown up and they've come to understand my mom is like this and my dad is like this. Like my mom is maybe more conservative and my dad is more liberal. And
So I've actually seen that a lot, where you have like there you can say conservative or liberal, but trust you me, Salma, when you look at the core values, they're no different. You might approach them differently, but when you look at the core values, they're no different. My point is that you could find people who are personality-wise, they're different. Their perception and their beliefs different. You know, it's like Democrats and red state, whatever. But the core values, they're not different.
Okay, so then that's
And what
that's,
you're passing on to the kids, they're
then
not
that's
different.
then that's no difference.
No, yeah.
Like we are saying,
As
then
in,
you don't have a difference in
my
your fundamental
issue is
beliefs.
core values
Yeah.
and principles because of that synchrony.
What you're saying, what I'm getting you to be saying is we can be different. Like even if it's money, I can be a spender, you can be a saver. But if fundamentally, if our core values are the same, then it works.
Because that will now bring us together. So if you're a spender and I'm a saver, but our core values are that our children need to go to school, bills need to be paid. Like for instance, electricity has to be paid, water has to be paid. You know, you shouldn't gamble our money.
Yeah.
You get what I
Agreed.
mean?
Yeah.
You shouldn't go around like the moment you're paid, you want to go spending it in some vacation somewhere. Those are the things I'm saying are values. But you're still a spender. Or me, I think I'm safe. But the core values, you understand what's important. So then you're able to come together and now
say,
compromise.
yeah, I agree with that completely.
Yeah,
I think
that's
then the issue here is the and that one for sure you should be on the same page, regardless of your beliefs, of your perspectives in life, of your upbringing, of anything. That I completely agree.
Yeah, so don't just find an
But
Alejandro
also let me say this,
and
it's not just because of children, but it's also because I said like there are some couples who do not plan to have children.
Yeah.
So it's just even for the two of you. Like the way
That's
you're
what
saying,
I'm saying.
you can't just
The
gamble
core, you
money.
can't,
and
like
we
the
need,
core
we have
has to
bills.
be at 8. So like it can, and I think I like the gambling example because I could be a spender, but to what extent? You know, and then what values are you bringing? And then I can't just say that I'm going to love you and somewhere down the road it's not going to change.
Yeah, that's
This person
true.
has not changed
They
for
won't
10 years
change.
you're dating. They
Don't
haven't
ever
changed.
think you'll change someone. You never change someone.
Yeah,
It's true.
like the moment someone shows you who they are, believe them. Like that's just
so
who
true.
they are. Who are you changing?
What do you think about cheating in a relationship? Like for you, is it a showstopper? Like would you end it then?
If you asked me that question 3-4 years ago, my answer would have been straight up yes. I would end the relationship. Ask me now. I've come to learn that there's more to a relationship than like when a person cheats, and I've come to understand why people still stay. I used to judge people who stay in a relationship that they've been cheated on. So I wouldn't say it right now that it's a full showstopper, but I also don't encourage it. I don't endorse it. I don't accept it. I'm just saying that my views have become more lax on cheating. My views have become more lax. Also because there are other things that now I place bigger
priorities.
Yeah, like other red flags, let me say, that I like, for instance, if our values and principles are not aligned, which also would feed into the cheating, I guess. As in there are bigger things, of course, disrespect, if you ever hit me, those kind of things. Like there are bigger things that I think now that I usually think of, and I'm like, okay, I can see how people would stay if they've been cheated on. I also don't know how I would react.
Okay.
I've gone through cheating like in uni, but it wasn't even in a very, I wouldn't say it was in a long-term or a serious relationship. It was painful, yes, but it wasn't like, where you've been with someone for like 5 years and then I don't know
how you would react.
I don't know,
If you asked me this question a few years ago, yes, it's a showstopper. If you ask me now, yes, it's a showstopper. It's a showstopper both times, yes. As in, for me, I think this is now the way you said you have priorities over things which would be your biggest red flags. This one is the biggest red flag for me because I think I value loyalty and respect as my largest qualities in a relationship. And I feel like the moment you cheat on me, it's like you've thrown out everything that we believe in. Like you did not consider it at all. And I really don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to look at you after that. I don't know how to carry on with this relationship with trust after that. I remember still in uni, and I think mine was a serious relationship, and the person would tell me, I remember, I don't know how it came up, but we were talking about, I don't know whether it was somebody who had cheated on another person that we knew, or whether we were just talking about it like as a topic, but anyway, we were discussing cheating in relationships, and I remember he mentioned to me and said, I asked him, would you cheat on me? And he said, but babe, I spend every time with you. Like, I always see you every day. Do I even have the time to cheat? I was like, yeah.
Why couldn't you answer the question?
No,
It's a
like,
yes or
no, I was
question.
like, yeah, we spend so much
Yeah.
time together.
So it
Anyway,
was like,
he doesn't
yeah.
have time. Like, where would he cheat on me? He did. And that now, what pained me was, I feel like it's not even the act itself of cheating. What pained me more was, it's the looking in my face and telling me that.
It's a lie.
And then every day thereafter, looking at me, and we are carrying on as if nothing is happening. But then there's so many things happening in the background. It's that for me. It's like, how do I look at you again?
I actually, but
Yeah.
yes, I'm with you on that one, and that's when I was saying I don't endorse it or would accept it. I think cheating really breaks a person because like the moment like I will realize that you've been taking me for a fool.
Yeah.
It's true. Like I do understand how.
But I do
No,
get
I
what
do.
you're saying in the sense that, like, now you've become less judgmental. Now this is
Yeah.
for other people. 'cause
Yeah, as in,
I haven't
'cause
thought
used
about
to
it
be-
for other people.
Yeah, like I used
Yeah.
to be like judgy.
Next question was going to be, how would you, like, would you confront the cheater and the other person, or are you those people who, you know, like, there are stories of people who they come, they find you there with another person, they just drink water and walk out. Like, which of the two do you think you would be?
I'm the water.
You'll drink water and walk out.
Yeah, and actually, I don't believe in violence. Yeah, so don't take me there. Like that thing for Ati, we're in a club, and then he walks in with the babe, he's cheating on me, and then I'm supposed to jump over
Table.
a table and
Throw
remove my
drinks.
hoops, and Ati starts scratching, and then I'm telling Salma, hold me back, hold me back, sis. We are not in love and hip hop. It's good.
Me,
for
I'd hold you
TV.
back though.
I know you would. I know you'd have my back if I was ever to get into like a fight. But that one is not even at it's my personality. Like I just don't go there. Number two, I'm in a relationship with that man. The first person I'm going to go to is that man. Especially if it's a woman who I don't even know her, right? If it's somebody who maybe I know, like a friend or something, that's now
different.
probably I have to now
Yeah.
also confront the friend. But it's that confronting. I'm not going to lose myself or my cool or my respect at
But you know, I also think it's easier said than done.
That's
when we
true.
usually say you're in a relationship with that person and not with the woman, so then why would you confront the woman? But you see, I think the reason why most women do that is because you are sort of seeing yourself in that person. So you're like, you're a woman like me. So why would you do something that would be hurtful to me? It's like you're expecting some sister, which is unrealistic. I mean, in the real world, I would think. But emotionally, it's like, why are you causing me pain? And you're a woman like me, and like you could easily be in the same situation. I think that's the basis of why women usually go after the other woman as well.
No, I fully agree with you. It's just the way you see the way you give me those alternatives. Like,
Yeah.
are you the person who like goes cray cray, or are you the person who like when I say I'll drink water and walk out, doesn't mean that I'll just go. We will have a discussion about it. But what I'm saying is, you will not find me jumping tables.
Yeah, and throwing drinks.
Normally,
and-
even in any other situation, I'm not that type of person.
I've always thought that I was the person.
Me too.
I've always thought
That is why I say I'm
that I
scared.
was the person to throw hands.
Yeah.
But then when I was actually put in a situation like that, I didn't.
Yeah.
Which was strange because it was like, I don't know, maybe the pain was more than the energy that I needed to, like, you know, throw hands. But I just didn't in that situation.
Yeah.
I'd rather just walk away, by the way. I'd rather walk away. I'd even rather have an argument with you than actually become physically violent.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We can argue, we can talk, we can discuss. But I try my level best also not to have things in the public eye. So especially now, like what I'm saying, like in a club, I wouldn't be that person.
Yeah. Plus, we are grown. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. As usual, please also tell us what you think. These are very difficult questions, and I mean, we are just saying our views as we think of them in a short video on YouTube, which of course can take hours and hours and hours to discuss, or even you can think more and be like, that's not what I actually believe. So you guys also tell us what you think. We'd be interested to know. Yeah.
And I think the thing I like about these questions is listening to different perspectives.
Yeah.
It's very eye-opening. And that's why I'm saying, like, of course, as I've grown older now, I don't really have showstopper things. Like, I'm
Yeah.
able to listen to what another person is saying, and I'm like, I hadn't thought of that like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'd
that's
be
true.
so happy to hear your comments and
Yeah.
what you think.
All right. Thank you
Bye.
guys. Bye.